Please do not suggest fusion combinations in the comments. There is a poll in the description if you'd like to vote on the next one. The host for the next Fuseday Tuesday will be Aquamarine again. Hooray. So hopefully all of you saw my important update yesterday, and if you haven't, please go watch that because that is very, very important. But yeah, so this Fuseday Tuesday was Aquamarine and Lapis. Aquamarine was the very definitive winner, and I don't know why, but for some reason, combining two gems of very similar color schemes, at least color-wise, was very difficult, and I don't know why. There was just something about it, or at the very least, it was very, very hard for me to find a good gem, because I don't even know what it was, but there was just something about it that was really difficult. I will say that the first thing I thought of for the fusion was actually the skirt. I thought because I didn't want just to put two skirts and say, ooh, look, there we go. So I thought, what if they had like a little almost hoop skirt kind of thing going on that kind of frills out at the sides, and that's kind of, I mean, you can see it obviously, but it's kind of what I was thinking, and I actually really like how it came out, I think. Overall, I think this fusion turned out alright. It's rather simple, and I just, personally, I don't know, it's not my least favorite, and I'm not saying I don't like it. I actually do rather like how it came out, especially due to what had been happening recently when I was doing it, but flippin', I'm sorry. I haven't been awake very long. But I just think, to me, there's like nothing that just jumps out at me and really grabs me to think this is like one of my favorites, which is gonna happen. I mean, I've done over 30 of these. Like, I'm gonna have some that are kind of in the middle of the road. So this one, not my favorite, but I didn't think it turned out half bad. So you know, I do like how it came out. I think it came out rather successful, and it came out as I intended it to, and I think maybe even a little bit better. I was thinking, like, I needed to say that the gem I picked was Pariba Tourmaline. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. And it's funny because I saw people who actually suggested, why don't you do, what is it called? Turquoise. Why not do turquoise? And my response to that is two things. First of all, aesthetically, turquoise typically leans more on the green side, or the teal, as the name says, turquoise side. So I didn't feel like it fit in that sense, and also not even that. It also, turquoise typically has like brown sort of streaks and stuff through it. So just to me, it felt turquoise just wasn't the most fitting gem for them, and I decided I wanted to go find something else, and it was really hard, like harder than you'd think, because it just, something about it was just really hard to find a gem that like fit aesthetically. But I think I found a good one in Pariba Tourmaline, and also I kind of picked it for the meaning as well. Because if you actually like read up on Pariba Tourmaline, I picked it kind of as an anti-gem, and the reason why was I read up on it and it got me thinking. It's that Pariba Tourmaline usually represents communicating thoughts and truths, being concise and with like that sort of truth and expressive with it, and as well having like an inner understanding of knowledge and a joyous outlook on life and positivity and all this other kind of stuff. And when I thought about it, I thought that would make a really good anti-gem for a Lapis Aquamarine fusion. And if you don't really entirely know what that means, it basically means like taking what that gem means and flipping it on its head so that like the fusion means the opposite of that, which is a good one for like unstable fusions, for example. And that's kind of what I imagine. Because just thinking about it, Lapis has like some secrets, and Lapis definitely does not have a joyous outlook on life. And to me, combined with Aquamarine, who's like this super sassy, like kind of low-key bitch, you know, I can imagine a gem that would probably be secretive and probably also rather pessimistic. I even think that in this sort of sense, I almost imagine the personality of this fusion would lean a little bit more on the Lapis side for them. So that was kind of my thought process with that, you know. Um, and so that's kind of why I picked Pariba Tourmaline. I thought that would that would work very well, especially because Pariba Tourmaline also kind of means like having it would mean that you'd be at ease with like the truth and stuff like that, which I imagine they would not be. I imagine Pariba Tourmaline here would be very, whoo, be very secretive and all that other kind of fun stuff. So yeah, that was kind of my thought process on picking that gem for this one. I know that in the last Fuseday Tuesday, I didn't explain why I picked the gem because I didn't really have much reason outside of aesthetics, and that's going to happen sometimes. I don't always pick gems for some deep meaning about it. I sometimes just pick it because it's aesthetically fitting to me. You know how it is. But yeah, I also thought that for their wings, I felt like maybe I could have been more creative with the wings, I guess. But what my thoughts were was that like Aquamarine has these very honestly, like if you get me like clean butterfly wings, like there's no excess water droplets. It's just two water butterfly wings that almost don't even look like they're made out of water in a sense. Meanwhile, Lapis has like very water-looking water wings that almost look like they are slightly affected by gravity in a sense. So I thought, what if like Pre-Tourmaline had very large, magnificent butterfly wings that had a bunch of like little excess water droplets like Lapis, so I kind of fused them together. And I know there's probably like more creative ways I could have done that, but I don't know. It just felt the most. I was kind of going off of that was where I was going off a bit of realism. I just thought, in the show, I'd imagine probably would just be giant butterfly wings made of water, you know, that were a little bit more whoosh with all the water droplets. I don't know. I should really script these videos, but I like rambling. I don't know. I enjoy rambling because I start thinking of things that I didn't think about before and stuff like that. But hey, so yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about the fusion, I guess. I will say that I did feel kind of clever making her little like bow thing because I think the two things in this fusion that I actually kind of felt creative for was the skirt and the little not bow tie, but you know what I mean, the little like bow thing. Because for one thing, I thought like, well, Aquamarine kind of alludes to having a necktie looking thing. That's kind of what it looks like, and Lapis has a bow. So I thought, hey, what if they had like this little bow thing that you tied in the front that looked all fancy, smanchy, and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I went for there. And then the skirt I felt pretty clever with. Honestly, I will say this, doing fusions that people haven't done very often always makes me feel a little bit more clever when I do them because I know that I have more free reign of like things that haven't been thought of, you know, most of the time. So like Lapis and Aquamarine is one I haven't, maybe more people have done it than I thought, but it's one I haven't seen very often. So I thought I personally felt very clever, kind of clever making it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but hey. As we end this video, I do want to say I want to say a giant thank you in this to getting 20,000 subscribers. I recently hit 20,000 subscribers, and I need to do something. I was gonna do a special before for I believe 15,000, but I never did. So I want to do something for 20,000, honestly. But I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. Because I do want to do something special. I don't know. I've been thinking about possibly doing like a character lineup with one of my stories. Probably not my gems. I have way too many gems for that. I don't know. Maybe doing something maybe doing a Q&A stream. I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts of what I could possibly do. Possibly. But yeah, so I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support. I never thought I'd get this big so fast. I knew that if I kept doing this persistently, eventually I would get larger numbers. And I was ready to be like the slow rise to getting more subscribers, which was exciting. And then now I have 20,000 and I haven't even been doing YouTube for like, I've hardly been doing YouTube for a year now. Like that's insane to me that I have like, that there's 20,000 people out there that like subscribe to me. Like this is crazy, like, honestly. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys for that, and I love all of you, and I hope I hope I can still entertain you with all my comment for times to come, and who knows? I'm excited to see where I go with this in the future. YouTube's been nothing but fun for me, honestly. So, yeah. So that's Pariba Tourmaline. I hope you enjoyed that. I know it's not anything super spectacular, but hey, it was kind of relaxing, honestly, considering the week I've had. It was kind of good timing, I guess. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed Little Pariba Tourmaline. And I am honestly kind of excited to see who Aquamarine gets to fuse with. I think I might know who it is because they've been runner-up in a few of the other polls, but we'll just have to wait and see. So with that, I hope you're having a marvelous, marvelous day, and I will see you in the next video. Zodiac out.